All right, ladies and gentlemen, happy Monday to all. All right, for another podcast here on this lovely May 18th, the Monday after the Great Sunshine Kids event we did on Friday, which Yvonne was there, so let me introduce her from our Summerlin office, Yvonne Angarola. Yvonne, welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Good morning, good morning. Well, we know who you are, but, there's a bunch of people listening to this, also California, Arizona. So just give an idea of who you are, how long you've been in the business, all that good stuff.
Well, I started in 2002, so it's my 24th year, and my background is in hospitality. Got my degree actually from UNLV and was in that industry for over 30 years, so service was always a focus, and food and beverage. And I've had I joined a team when I first started, and then about 10 years into it, I decided I wanted to have my own team. So I started a team and have a wonderful small team that I just love. And so here we are, 24, going in my 24th year. So
yeah, and you guys always finish up there as far as teams in that office. So that's because, and I like what you said too, because I think customer service, and especially in real estate, I think people really need to spend a lot of time learning. And Vegas, especially you went to school for it. So Vegas is really, I would think, is the restaurants, the casinos, they're really high on teaching quality customer service, aren't they?
Yes, I actually was fortunate to work for Ritz-Carlton and Marriott, both really great companies, and they had great focus with regard to service. And, it was all actually, I'll never forget, Ritz-Carlton had a motto, ladies and gentlemen, serving ladies and gentlemen. So it was us serving them, so you really treated them like you want to be treated. And so that's kind of always stuck with me. So.
Yeah, the golden rule is so, and let's face it, in real estate, really a fiduciary responsibility to your clients is the golden rule on steroids, isn't it?
It is. It definitely is.
So give them an idea what that means to you, customer service, because I know that a tremendous amount of your business is repeat and referral. You also have your great team, like you said, smaller team. Yeah. How many people are on your team, by the way?
We have 6. So small
6.
kind of boutique team. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a good sized team, though. That's not that qualifies as medium, or is that still qualified as small for the awards?
It's small. Yeah.
Okay, so it's still in the small category. Yeah, I think it goes up to what, 10? I don't know, but anyway, all right. So give an idea, customer service for you, and why that's so important.
Well, I think my clients really appreciate me anticipating all of their needs, and to provide, exceptional service, basically, with regard to every aspect of their transaction. So whether it's preparing a property to list by providing staging and their property for photography, to assisting with our vendors from our home benefits following the transaction. So, there's just such a wide variety of steps with regard to both listing and selling homes, or even investors. I have several investors right now, which is great, and trying to guide them they're new to the Las Vegas market and what it has. So, we have to be knowledgeable and provide the best service in order for them to keep coming back. And 98% of my business is repeat and referral. So.
Yeah. So that's the proof right there, is 98% of your business is repeat. Because, like you said, you've been in the business for 24 years. It takes a while to build up that clientele, doesn't it?
It does. And you have to have, I always say it's kind of like a tree. You have all these different branches where your business comes from that you nurture and water over the years. And, whether it was volunteering, my recommendations or referrals from my husband, people he worked with, from church. I had sign call people that I got numerous, probably I'd say over 20 deals, which have continued to refer other people. But initially they were all from one, 2 of them were from sign calls way back when. And that they're huge. I'm still friends with them today. And so each part of those branches are different parts of my business. I always kind of look at it like that.
Yeah, and you can link them back to when you were, you can link if you really sit down and figure out, this one from this one. And it is like that. It's like a big tree with branches, and it just keeps growing if you do it. I always tell people one of your best form of prospecting is incredible customer service, because then they tell people it's like you have, advocates out there helping you get business, right?
Right. Yeah, for sure.
I love it. And you mentioned volunteering, and I just want to say thank you very much for coming out to the Sunshine Kids event and bringing a couple people with you to. It was a great event. It was a great turnout. We ended up netting a little over $12,000 for the Sunshine Kids. So thank you very much. But tell them about your couple things, because I know you do some very incredible things around the planet with helping people out. So tell them a little about what you do.
Well, I love to volunteer locally. I started out way back when my kids were young in the schools with PTA, but since my kids have gone, I had volunteered in a nonprofit in Liberia, West Africa, and it was started out through the church. Now we've created our own 501c3, and I was president for the last 5 years, and we do a big fundraiser every fall. We started out with 9 orphans, and we have 62 at the main campus. We have a school that accommodates 500 students. We have a medical clinic. We feed over 800 children because we have a second campus for school, kind of in a rural, remote area. And we provide meals for 800 kids, 1 meal of rice a day with Orphan Grain Train. We've done microloans for women. We probably do 10 wells a year to provide clean water for villages. There's just so many different areas of that. I've been over there. I was there last summer for 2 weeks, and it's just very rewarding. We are so blessed to be born in this country, and we have so much opportunity. All of our orphans are individually sponsored, so I sponsor 2 boys. One's graduating from college this year, and he's one majors in agriculture, and the other one's an electrician. So they're giving back in the community, and and we're also opening a tailor's. It sounds kind of interesting, but a tailor business, trying to teach people to sew so that they can make uniforms for all the other schools in the area. When the average family of 4 lives on $90 a month, it's hard to even envision that when we live here. So it was life-changing for me, and I've loved every minute of it. So very blessed. Yeah,
that's got to be rewarding, and because I know you go there a lot too, and I've seen some of the pictures, and it's an amazing thing that you do, and such a wonderful. It's got not only is it a wonderful thing to do, but it also has got to give you a wonderful feeling by contributing and doing what you do.
Yeah, it is.
Well, cool. So and then the old I believe in karma too. So I think that doing those things, it all comes full circle. And I love what you said about, because I think there are a lot of people, and this is what bothers me a little bit about today's world, is that a lot of people take for granted that they were born. I always tell them, I usually ask people, what percentage of the planet do you think live in the United States? And most people don't know. Only 4.5% of the world lives in the United States. Isn't that crazy? 4.5% out of everybody in the world.
That is crazy. Yeah. I mean, from our academic system to, I know we all complain about a lot of things, but our healthcare, our academics, compared to other countries, why does everyone want to come here? It's a land of opportunity. I mean, how many people have we met from other places that have just been extremely successful and started businesses and real estate, restaurants, whatever, and because there is so much opportunity here. And with such a small percentage, like you said, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing. And when we travel, my wife and I love to travel, as you love to travel too. And I always interview like whoever's driving us, or a guy in Singapore is like, "Yep, we love the United States," and they think our president's a little crazy, but that's okay. But
yeah.
And we asked him, hey, the streets are clean, the place is clean, and you don't see a lot of homeless people in Singapore. And he's like, yeah, no, you work, you get paid, or you don't stay here.
Yeah.
So I was like, I go, this is an interesting take, because Singapore is really clean.
I can't wait to go. It's on my list.
Yeah, I recommend it. It's just the only thing is my recommendation is if you're going to take the 17.5-hour flight from Los Angeles, definitely upgrade.
For sure.
Definitely.
I've been on those long flights. They're tough.
Isn't it? How long is
Yeah.
it? Is it a type of flight when you go to Africa? Isn't it pretty close?
Oh, yeah. It's between all the transfers. It probably takes us almost 20 plus hours. Yeah. It's a long flight. And we're usually not flying upgrades. It's a mission trip.
Right. Yeah. Right. Exactly. So you got to gun it out.
We're on a budget.
But,
yeah.
And I don't think a lot of people realize too, Yvonne, like when you go to Africa, you got to, how many vaccines do you have to take to go there? It's crazy, right?
Oh, yeah. You have yellow fever, and yeah, we have, I don't eat any meat there for me because just there's no electricity. So we have solar, but they don't have refrigeration. So we try not to eat I try not to eat any meat or fish, and I've had more successful visits. I don't come home sick because you're just living, we stay at the orphanage with the orphans. So
right.
And then we go remote into some villages, which is no cell service. It's very raw. You shower outside, bucket showers. It's definitely, it's amazing. It's beautiful, but it's definitely a harder, and you really go deep inside you for, the energy and everything that you need to focus on what you're there for. So.
Right. Yeah. And once again, like you said, it gives you a really appreciation for where you're from, and giving back is completely rewarding. So awesome stuff.
Absolutely.
All right. So let's get back to real estate for a second here. So I'm an agent. I want to increase my business. I want to make everything I'm doing better. Give them what the 3 top things you tell them to focus on.
Well, my big 3 most important things I try to work on is my sphere, my SOI, regular follow-up, and talking with them, texting with them. If I'm, it was kind of funny, my daughter said the other day, I did what you did. I'm in the area by one of my friends, and I said, hey, Amelia, I'm just thinking of you. I'm by your house. I do that with my clients. Hey, I just saw this, or I'm thinking of you. My client parties, I have a client party at my home every year. We're getting ready to kick off our movie event, summer movie event. We usually have 180 people that attend that.
Wow.
Just staying in contact.
Where do you have that?
Thanking at the Red Rock. It's our 5th year. And so we have a couple hundred people. We rent the theater out. You're welcome to join us. It's Toy Story this year, so we haven't done a kid one before. We get popcorn. We have little swag bags, and so we invite our clients, and we also invite our clients to participate in some of our service projects as well. The other thing is knowing your numbers. I think so many people don't know their numbers, whether your goals for the year, evaluate what worked last year, what didn't work. You have to treat it like a business. If your lights aren't on every day, you're not going to generate any money or help people. So I think knowing your numbers and having a goal and accountability as well. And then the third thing would just be really being authentic. For me is just, being authentic. So those are my big 3. I think your sphere, knowing your numbers, being authentic. I do think it's important too to back, just look at the basics of your business, make sure you have good systems in place. There's so many little aspects of this because it really is a business. You have to treat it like one.
It really is a business, and you have to do actions that cause you to make money in this business. And you can, and like you said, you can be yourself, be authentic. I love that. I recommend, because when you be yourself, people recognize that. That's when people really want to warm up to you. And when you're trying to be somebody you're not, first off, everybody can tell. And secondly, it's actually repelling because most people they want to be around authentic people, especially when I'm spending a lot of money. And I love your first one about just find an excuse and a reason to call. Hey, I was in your neighborhood. Hey, I saw this on Facebook. Hey, I see your daughter graduated, or whatever it is. And I like working in, the mission work and volunteer stuff you do too, because I think people love to help if they're asked. If they're asked. That's why with the Sunshine Kids event, I call people personally, like I called you. Hey, you want to play golf that day? And
then I found a friend to golf with me.
And then you found a friend.
Yeah.
I love it. And you guys, because you had fun.
We did have a good time. It was really fun. We did start inviting our clients on some of our activities we do too. So like we'll do hiking or the kayak trip, and I try to do it. I'm an outdoorsy person, so I like to get out there and enjoy everything that Las Vegas has to offer. So it's kind of fun to invite them, whether they participate or not, but it's good to let them know what's out there.
Yeah. Yeah, one of my favorite trips you did was was it over the winter? I think was it you and your daughter, or you guys were skiing somewhere? It looked incredible.
Yes, I try to go skiing somewhere new every year. We were in Italy this year. I've skied in Chile, skied in France. I want to do Japan. That'll be one of these years. So trying to check countries off my bucket list here as I get older.
Right. And when you ski in Chile, isn't it like summertime here? Isn't it like the exact opposite in Chile? Yeah.
It is. It wasn't last August. It was the August before I went to Chile. It was very spontaneous. My daughter called and said, do you want to go? What are you doing? You want to go to Chile? I'm like, well, let me see if I can rearrange my schedule. And it was just amazing. We had great snow, and, it was wonderful. Got to go to Santiago, and yeah, it was great.
That's awesome. That's one of our goals too. Tina, we're going to go way down there, and what's the other one? Argentina and Chile and all that good stuff. Check that out, because one place.
Peru's great.
There you go.
I did the Salcantay Trail. I did a 35-mile high altitude hike that was super cool. Had a train here, which people are like, how do you train here? Well, the peak at Mount Charleston is almost 12.4, and it's a hard one. You start at 4 a.m. to get to the top, and I think I cried when I hit 10,000 feet. And then he's like, only 2,000 more.
Right.
You really test your body, right? Mentally and physically.
So. Yeah, definitely. No, awesome stuff. I love it. So, all right. So, any words you want to leave these people? Anything that I didn't ask you that you'd like to mention?
I think just being consistent, and time blocking. I mean, if you look at and I'm kind of I don't want to say winding down, but definitely not going to keep the same pace. I'm 66 now, so I plan out my workouts for the week. I plan my meals for the week. I plan all of my activities with regard to calling clients, what work I'm going to do. I'm meeting Amanda today at 12:30 for a business review.
Nice.
I meet with my team regularly to plan different events that they're going to do to accelerate their business and grow their SOI. And so my team helps hold me accountable and challenges me, which I love. So.
And you guys seem to have a blast together too, based on your social media content and the
we
things
do.
you give us glimpses. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really fun. So I think being consistent.
Do you want to mention anybody? Do you want to give us an idea of the people on your team? I think it'd be
yes, of course.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, Lacey Sullivan's pretty much my right hand. I talk to her every morning. Craig, another traveler like myself as well.
Yes, I know Craig.
Craig Thornton, Danielle Schmidt had joined just over 2 years ago the team, and she's just doing amazing. Carlos Moya just had his third child, so excited for him, and he does an amazing job as well. And Kathy Peterson. So
awesome.
Yeah, we have a great team.
You have a great team, and you guys do events together, and it looks like you have a blast too, which I think is awesome too. And I'm just going to say this: your winding down would exhaust a lot of people.
Well,
your winding down pace is still pretty awesome.
I know. I like to be busy. So
it's very obvious, and you like to be busy doing positive, wonderful. You're a wonderful, positive inspiration for us all. And I want to say thank you very much, Yvonne, for taking your time out this morning. And you keep it rocking. We'll talk soon. Everybody else will do this again
all right.
next week. Thanks, Yvonne. Appreciate your time.
Thank you, Rick. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
You got it. Thanks. Bye-bye now.